Hello, Seekers. Welcome back to this week's Pick a Pile reading. If you chose pile 1, this reading will be for you. The first section of this reading, if you chose pile 2, the second section of this reading will be for you. I'm also going to be having timestamps listed, so be sure to check out the timestamps to lead you straight to the reading that you are choosing. I want you to go ahead and just take a deep breath for me if you're just joining in, just here off of YouTube, and if you didn't see the post on my Instagram account, xmystic_seeker_x, I invite you to go ahead and take a deep breath just to intuitively tune yourself into the energy so you can choose the pile that resonates with you, that your higher self asks you to pick for this reading. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a quick review of the cards before we do head into the reading. We have Strength, Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Thinking Man, Appreciation, Rest and Rejuvenation, as well as the first chakra, Archangel Michael, Awareness, Purpose, and Intention. For pile 2, the card review, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, the Chariot, as well as the Ten of Pentacles. We also have the Goddess of the Moon, Happy Family, the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, and Blossoming Abundance, as well as Acceptance, Restore, and Death. Okay, pile 1, let's go ahead and get into your reading. So we have Strength, as well as the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So firstly, I want to say for the Strength card here, we have messages that are coming through from Spirit, from the universe. You're actually in the process of purifying your thoughts and heart and mending them together, and not really having them battle against each other, because that really just defeats the purpose of your inner balance, of your inner equilibrium. I'm also seeing that you need to trust your inner animal instincts in life when it comes to any decisions you are making, and allowing confidence like the lion, because whenever we correlate animal and human actions and correspondence, we usually relate the lion to a confident person, right? And it's pretty much the opposite when it comes to the Wizard of Oz, right? The lion is pretty much the polar opposite what we depict it usually to be, which is the cowardly lion in that case. And in this case, the universe and Spirit is telling me to tell you that you are far from cowardly. You are very confident, and if you do not feel this in yourself yet, you will soon enough. I'm also seeing you need to hold your composure to help you guide and really catapult yourself towards your truest desires. And your desires, I'm seeing here, is laying within the Ten of Cups. So harmony is also highlighted right now. Harmony in current relationships, whether it be family, friends, or romantic connections, right? I'm also seeing, because you have the couple right here and you have the children playing right here, I'm also seeing that this is a divinely ordained connection that may be on your mind recently, or is coming into fruition, that's coming out of the woodworks, and you may have yet to discover just yet, but you will soon enough. I'm also seeing like heart opening and expansion, because with the cups, it symbolizes water and emotions, and being with the 10 in numerology represents ending of a cycle and a beginning soon upon the horizon. So beginning soon upon the horizons when it comes to the fluidity of the human body, which would be linked to emotions. I'm saying there's a heart expansion here, because emotions do connect to the heart. I'm also seeing that you're allowing this open heart energy to pour into all your connections, not just whoever you do have your eye on, but as well as everyone who is around you that has their eye on you. So people you interact with on the daily, you're just more heartful and more heart-centered when it comes to your connections, which is a beautiful thing, which is the exact energy you want to help manifest this divine connection that will be coming through for you. I'm just seeing a lot of devoted practices when it comes to just like opening the heart and being emotionally open and just allowing yourself to really feel again. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so for the Knight of Pentacles, I'm also seeing a individual who most likely would be the person who you have your eye on, is very steady in their buildup. You know, when it comes to the foundations of this physical world, they are building up material security as expanding their horizons when it comes to different opportunities, not really saying no to things, but saying yes and inviting things to come in that can help build up their foundations for the future. I'm also seeing that they're a very practical individual. They are also, as well as you, devoted to solidifying, their 3D foundations. And, the Spirit is telling me to assure you that whatever you take care of today, even if it is like some sort of act of rest, it will bring a harvest tomorrow. So there's really no need to worry. So just be easy on yourself is what I'm seeing as well. Even though you may be very much like your ideal partner, don't forget that building up so much and then being so sporadic with your buildup could also just hinder your energy and just bring you to a brink of burnout. And honestly, you don't want that. So universe is telling me to allow yourself as well as your divine partner, they're saying here today, to allow the seeds to grow. I mean, magic doesn't really happen above the ground. It doesn't happen because of light. It happens within deep in the soil, as XI_Missy XI says in one of her channel messages. The seed doesn't grow because of the sun. It doesn't just grow because of the water. It has to also do with the darkness that one has to go through. So going in the deeps and the depths of the self and allowing allowing yourself to acknowledge the innermost dark depths of yourself could cause the seed to grow. Like, there's no other way to do it. It's not just the water. It's not just the sun, And I'm also seeing that because they're moving forward and they're planting these seeds along the way, I'm also seeing that whoever this divine partner may be for you is somebody most likely from a past life. So you've known this person before. Definitely. And they're telling you that they plan following through with their plans and promises that they made to you in another life. So they're here, they're coming back, and they didn't forget you. And they're telling me, they're like, I never forgot about them. I don't ever want them to think that, I've searched lifetimes for you, and finally I'm here, and I'm confident in my decision and where I'm heading, and I want you to come along with me. I want you to be here and join the ropes with me. I want you to be here and let's start a family together. I'm definitely seeing family highlighted as well. Definitely seeing unity here because of the figure 8 pattern on her arm. So most likely, this individual has known you and knows your soul inside and out, even though it may feel new or whatever, fresh in this life because you are in different bodies. Your eyes hold the keys to the soul. So whenever you see each other and you look in each other's eyes, whether it be online or whether it be in person, you definitely recognize the soul at a very, very cosmic, divine level. And there's no escaping it, really. Okay, so we have the Thinking Man, Appreciation, Rest and Rejuvenation, and the first chakra. So yeah, as I was saying, building foundations isn't going to take into fruition and allowing it to grow if you don't focus on rooting yourself in the very foundations of it. If you don't root yourself, how else are you going to grow? Also, rest and rejuvenation. Just as the seed grows, it needs to rest within the soil. So you need to take a break, and as well as your divine partner, whoever this may be, needs to just take a break and let things be. So I'm also seeing here with the Thinking Man and appreciation, there's a sense, because the way he's looking at her, I guess I see he's like appreciating her for showing him to stop and smell the roses, right? To rest and rejuvenate. So she has here in her flowers, I'm not sure what the roses, they may not be, but we'll say roses this time. Here she is holding a rose. It's a rose is symbolic of love and romance. And here he is holding a crystal. His head is probably up in the skies. He's somebody who is very, very spiritual, just as you, but there has to be this divine balance between the both of you, that you remind parts of him to just actually sit there and be present and to just actually be. And here he is, he's reminding you of to be in the divine and to be attuned. There's like an equal exchange, at least what I'm seeing here. Yeah, he's thinking definitely that he wants to build something with you. I see that. And the way he just gazes at these crystals, I mean, I imagine that he sees you just as beautiful as the crystals, something very, very delicate and divine and intricate and just mesmerizing. Definitely the way he's gazing at these crystals. I feel like he almost sees this vision of you whenever he goes into these deep states of trance and really just honing in on his desires. I really feel like he sees this kind of vision of you. And he appreciates you for that, for bringing love back into his life. Okay, for an intention card we have here, it says, time to review your true purpose in relation to the matter at hand, right? So this connection, this will assist you in seeing the possible silver lining or at least new possibilities, which will still give you a positive direction and eventually match your original intentions. The intention of those around you will also need to be explored. You will be wise to make sure you truly understand the people around you and their effects in the present as well as the immediate past. You may be satisfied with what currently you enjoy, but there's a part of you that longs for more. Something more before, something more, heart-centered. I'm also seeing before you step forward into it, it would be wise to refocus your intentions and look within and appreciate your own talents and skills and avoid any perfectionism. So even with the connection, not everything's going to be perfect. We all have our quirks and whatnot. And it's really just appreciating about what wonderful gifts that we do possess, right? What the other possess as well as yourself. Purpose. Here for purpose. Okay, for purpose, it says your purpose is being highlighted and should be given additional attention. When looking for answers or a certain direction, don't lose sight of your overall life purpose or any goal. So don't get so enveloped into what could be this connection is or whatever title it may be, whether it be soulmate, whether it be twin flame, whether it be karmic, whatever the case. Do not get so caught up in it that you lose focus of your original plan, right? Your original plan is what got you to this connection in the first place. So please, source, universe is telling me to not let yourself get so enveloped into this that you lose track of yourself, okay? Also, they're asking me to ask you, what is it that you really want to do? That's what you need to focus on right now. Find ways to boost your confidence. See, here we go, right? With the strength card we have here. Find ways to boost your confidence and surround yourself with elements and people who keep you strong, right? So it's about making connections with those who will keep you strong instead of draining your energy, right? Because we have already gone through so much that we realize what connections serve our purpose and what do not. And it's not to say any hard feelings, but it's really about setting boundaries and having respect for yourself, right? So you also want to attract a partner in who is on the same wavelength as you and appreciates your time and energy. Okay, for the last card here, we have awareness. Okay, so things have been hitting, kind of like the moon card, you would think, hard to reach or understand, and will suddenly be illuminated and available. So there's going to be a burst of clarity here. So patterns and habits as well as the opportunities to break them are in focus. So you're also in the process of letting things go to make this connection into something a reality. It's also a great time to release past hurts and disappointments. You know what needs to be done, point blank. I don't think the universe has any more ways to tell you. I think you already know, and if you've been avoiding it, it's time to show it for yourself now. I'm also seeing here, because of this, you are in connection with the divine realms or higher spiritual practices. Is also aligned with this card. So there may be challenges also in hindsight that you may find it all too easy to retreat into the dark and to fall into these challenges. This even could lead to depression and to be withdrawn, but that's something you're not really trying to align with. So might as well face these things, face forward and move forward, So yeah. Okay, Pile 2s, this is for you. We're going to go ahead and shoot right through this one. Pile 2, since the first card we have here is the reverse Six of Cups, I'm seeing that you are allowing yourself to be stuck in the past. I'm seeing here Spirit wants me to tell you that you need to forgive others, okay? When it comes to our cups and our emotions, as well as our emotional sovereignty, we need to be able to forgive ourselves as well as others, and letting people in, and actually just letting people in, and not really just coding everybody in this category that everybody's going to be there out to get you, lie to you, or whatever the case may be, that you have a hard time trusting, letting people in. Experiencing life in itself is about letting people in regardless of their intention. It's all a journey, and it's all about learning, okay? I'm also seeing that you're dealing with some sort of regret, and this may be because of certain connections you have made in your recent past, okay? And I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but I'm also glad that you had to go through it, because there's a reason for every connection that we make. Whenever we meet anybody, it's honestly no coincidence. We are meant to meet every single person we meet in this life, and so forth. The next card we have here is the Chariot. I'm also seeing here for this card that there's a highlighted harnessing and unifying power, right, of opposing energies, okay? So like the yin and yang energy, the divine feminine, divine masculine energies, really just harnessing them in. This could either be a relationship, or this could be about the balance within the self, right? Being both the divine feminine and the masculine, and really moving forward with your power, having willpower, having victory over the circumstances that you're going through. I'm also seeing that you're just moving forward in general. The pretty neat thing about the Chariot too is that I'm also seeing that you choose who you are becoming rather than who you were. Okay, so it's really just being about who you want to be rather than who you didn't want to be. Okay, so reminding yourself of your past is really going to propel you and move you towards your future. I'm also seeing the Ten of Pentacles here, which reminds me of the last reading. So the Ten of Pentacles here is both spiritual and material abundance, and it's building a legacy here. How else would you build a legacy if it wasn't for the Pentacles showing up? I mean, really, the Pentacles are everything having to do with the earth-bound world, right? So I'm also seeing here, expect the arrival of success, okay? Don't fret. Expect the arrival of success. You are literally a small move away from seeing the bigger picture at hand. And this bigger picture is what your guides and angels have been trying to hint you all along. So I'm also seeing that you are unearthing a legacy of pentacles that is already yours. So pentacles are seeds, right? So it's pretty much whatever you're moving forward from letting go is allowing you to be propelled into your future. And this is going to be a beautiful future for you. I like how there's a tree of life in here as well, because the tree of life symbolizes to me that, you know, this is all a creation. Like, things would not start if you did not bring a beginning. If you didn't have light and dark to be met, which are in the seeds of the pentacles, right? Whenever you do plant them, they come into fruition. How else would your foundations would be met? You know what I mean? I think it's pretty cool. I love this card. Just so happy. Okay, for the oracles, we have Goddess of the Moon. Yeah, being so things that are hidden within the dark parts of you are very essential to let go, right? Because the Goddess of the Moon, you think about the Moon card, talks about what's hidden in the depths, what's the secrets that are revealed, right? The moonlight reveals what is hidden in the dark. So I feel like you're going to be having some sort of epiphany as well. Yeah, definitely an epiphany that's going to lead you to catapult into this next phase of your life. You're going to need this. Yeah, definitely. Happy family. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what I'm also seeing here is that because you take this action to let your past go, this is going to bring you closer to being in unity with somebody who also sees traditional values just as you. Maybe you want to start a family, right? That's one of your ultimate things of happiness. You want to have children. You want to have, just a family. And yeah, the universe is telling me right now that the only way to get to this is by just allowing yourself to be into it and to move forward in it, right? To embrace each other and to hold hands with the universe in order to make your desires come into fruition, in order to allow your dreams to come true. It's really about being open in your heart space too, and allowing your true desires to lead you forth. Allowing yourself to hold hands. There's a lot of holding hands here too. I love how the little girls and the kids right here are holding hands with each other. It just talks about unification. Yeah, there's definitely another, for pile 2s as well as pile 1s, I'm seeing a divine union afoot, a union with the self as well as with another. Blossoming abundance. Yeah, whatever this is, I'm really seeing that whatever this startup is and this clearing out is going to be worth it. All the pain you're going through right now is going to be worth it. Okay, for the last 3 cards we have is acceptance. Evening primrose, okay? So, by making peace now with what you may have found unchangeable, like your past, right? The reverse 6 of cups, you could find a new way forward. The chariot, see? There we go. There's a confirmation. Evening primrose in this card right here indicates that the emotional support is needed and offered. Often when we feel held in this space, we will naturally improve our outlook considerably. Your commitment to a project, idea, or relationship will be required. This is about really, being committed to the, not to the outcome, but to the building of itself. We're not so much worried about the outcome because we trust that the outcome will come into fruition because we surrender to that, right? So surrendering to the plan, the divine plan. This energy also aligns with parental relationships, which may be tested at present. So be very mindful of your parents as well right now, is also what I'm seeing. And you gotta remind yourself to stay emotionally courageous and strong. All right, next card we have here is Rain Lily, which is under Restore. I've been seeing Rain Lilies a lot lately here. So a change for the better is coming and opening up to new possibilities. You are right on the path of benefit, right? Oh man, that's awesome. Things are moving now and the direction is changing in your favor, but you must be prepared to compromise a little. You know, the timing may not be exactly to your liking, but the outcome will be worth any extra waiting or work on your part. So cleansing is indicated here. A change in the way you might have approached things in the past are needed, right? Not labeling or putting people under a cloak of a certain term that everybody's going to be a certain way to, because we attract what we are. So if we're constantly thinking that people are going to be out to get us, or if they're just going to treat us one way because of one thing about our body or whatever the case may be, that we limit ourselves to certain connections, we're not allowing people in, we have to really change the way we approach our connections and the way we think about them, right? Perception is everything. Balance needs to be found and kept as well, is what I'm seeing to this card is too. And you can find ways to balance by looking at the cycles that have put you where you are now. And then last but not least, well, last actually, not last but not least, we have death. If I can get it. Okay, for the last card, we have death. It's under Devil's Trumpet, okay? So an ending is indicated, right? So we have with the 10 of Pentacles is right here with the new beginnings. 10 always signifies a new beginning upon the horizon. So endings aren't always a bad thing. So an ending is indicated. You may be about to experience it, or you may need to invoke it yourself, like I was talking about releasing, right? Releasing old ways of thinking. Devil's Trumpet can also be reminding you of something that has passed. Often it is impossible for the new to grow and to take hold until the old has actually died in some way, killing off the old parts of ourselves, right? And cease to be. A time of sleep, longer in rest, and withdrawal may be forthcoming and attained. So if you feel tired, don't be forcing yourself to do something, right? Just because you think you're not going to be on the path. You're going to be on the path regardless if you're taking a nap or not during the day. So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? If you need a rest, go ahead and just rest. You've earned it. You've been doing so much work lately. I think the least you could do for yourself is rest, you know? The most you could do for yourself is do like a bubble bath or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, you may have experienced a loss that caused a lot of trauma lately and may have cut you off from being who you truly are meant to be, whether it's just happy-go-lucky, whether it's just joyful, or just, being able to laugh at certain things, right? This loss has also made you feel closed off from who you truly are. So extra care should be taken at the moment, as well as consideration for things that you may actually wish to let go of. So yeah, good luck to you, my pal twos, definitely. I really do want to thank you for joining here for this reading. I enjoyed doing this reading for you. If you found resonance with this reading, go ahead and leave a comment, go ahead and like the video, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps my readings get to those who need to be hearing these messages. I also want to thank the universe for helping me, put this message out there for the collective. So if you found resonance with this, I'm happy that you have, okay? And I feel you, and I know you're going through a lot, and that is the purpose of being here. We need to go through in order to grow through, okay? If you want to book a personal reading with me, I am open for readings. Go ahead and check out my website. It will be linked in the description box below. I have my prices listed down there, and there's a process on how to contact me. You can either contact me through Instagram, which is xmystic_seekerx, or through my email, seekercircle119@gmail.com. And I'll be happy to be of service of you. Thank you for letting me do this reading for you guys. Until next week, bye.